If we could have everybody go ahead and take your place, have a seat. I see it's just like church. There we go. Man, the kids would just do that when you guys told them to be quiet. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Hey, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. You know, as I was thinking about what I want to say this morning, I just thought, there's a role that everybody in this room this morning played for our kids and in the lives of our kids this year. And, you know, whether it was getting kids off to a good start with a smile at the door, greeting them as they come on the bus, helping clean the classroom, providing strong environments throughout the school. There's just a myriad of services that we provide to our students to help them become job ready. And I think that our jobs are hard. Anybody who's actually done the job knows that our jobs are not easy. So I just want to take a second, if we could, and let's just give everybody in this room a round of applause for a great school year. A couple thank yous. Thank you to food service and custodial, CHS, Mr. Breheim, the BPAC team, as well as retirees, 15-year recipients. Looking forward to celebrating your accomplishments today. I have with me here this morning Ava and Reese Catal, who just graduated from the 2nd grade at Concord Eastside, and they're going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and have a few words for us. So let's welcome them up.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My name is Ava Catal, and I was a 2nd grader in Mrs. Johnson's class at Concord Eastside. My favorite part of this year was camping day, flashlight reading, and learning about the human body. Field trips to the planetarium in high school to see the carnival and learn about ancient civilization, especially China, because my mom brought things from her travels to show our class.
My name is Reese Catal. I was a future class president of 2033 president. I was in Miss Reggie's 2nd grade room at Concord Eastside. My favorite part of the school year was when we did the campus escape room. To earn a puzzle piece, we had to complete a reading and math activities. Once we completed a puzzle, we earned a certificate. It was a lot of fun when Miss Nussbaum had to eat a couple of insects because the whole 2nd grade completed their IXL challenge. Thank you to all of the cafeteria teachers, paras, specials teachers, custodians, bus drivers, and principals for an awesome year. Please relax and enjoy your summer break.
I think that they would like to repeat 2nd grade unless you guys want to go to 3rd grade with them. So I know they love their teachers. I'd like to take a second to recognize those we've lost this morning. We have a lot of VIPs to celebrate this morning, but before we do, I want to take a moment to recognize a member of the Concord family who's no longer with us. Kathy Van Elk, whose retirement we celebrated last year, passed away in November 2022 after 27 years as a kindergarten teacher at Eastside. Eastside honored her with a buddy bench on the playground earlier this spring. We know that this would have been very meaningful to her, and it's a great way to honor her legacy. So let's remember her with a moment of silence. All right. Been reminded again and again this year how fortunate we are to have a group of board members who support us all. I don't know if you hear stories of neighboring districts and crazy things happening all over in school districts across the country, across Indiana. I'm very proud and very happy to be supported by such a wonderful board here at Concord Community Schools. So I'm going to have them stand. First, Mr. Mike Malooly could not be with us this morning. He will be competing in the kickball tournament this afternoon and told me to talk a lot of smack on his behalf this morning. We have Board Vice President Jennifer Davis. We have our Board Secretary, Tara Towner. We have outstanding board member Tim Yoder. And we have our board president, Kami Wade. And I'm going to invite Mrs. Wade to come up and share a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Funston, and good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here with you again as we celebrate another year of survival. We checked the box of done until next fall. We are sad to see them move on to their next level, while at the same time proud of what they've accomplished in a multitude of ways. You are now thankful to take a breath, catch up on all of your to-do lists, and I'm here to say congratulations on a job well done. Concord is a special place, and all of you prove that each and every day with your dedication and spirit that you pour into your students. As a corporation, we continue to grow and stretch ourselves to be better, and I am very proud to be a part of this team and this family. When I met with our newest board member, Mike, during his orientation, I asked him what he knew about the role of the school board, and he said, we take the pitchforks. We take the pitchforks that are coming at the school corporation and the staff. I loved his answer, and it couldn't be more, he couldn't have been more correct. The last few years, it seems like people have been a little extra salty at times. And I appreciate so much the fact that you all still show up for our kiddos and continue to fight for them to be the best they can be. It takes real special people, and you are those special people. So as you start to think about all this, what this summer can hold for you, I hope you take a moment to celebrate yourselves. Know that you are making a difference, and remember that the salty voices are a few, and that the loud voices are the ones celebrating you, even though they seem in silence. You do great work and are appreciated more than you realize. We, as a board, thank you for everything you do each and every day, and we hope you have a fabulous break. Thank you.
Okay. Now we're going to recognize our retirees. You're welcome to join me at the front of the stage. I do know that there's one or two that may feel more comfortable just giving away from their seat, and that's fine. But if you'd like, we would like you to come up front so we can not embarrass you, but just say nice things. And just at the end, a quick note, I'll remind you, both retirees and 15-year PIN people, please don't leave when the event is over this morning. If you could come up front, we want to get some pictures. All right, so first we have Sue Bach. Sue, can you come on down? So Sue's questionnaire came back, and I knew this was going to be fun as soon as I read. The first question was, what's your first and last name? Which typically is a pretty simple question to answer. And Sue answered it, but also I guess you have a AKA Queen Bee as well, her nickname, so that's good. Sue was 20 years. Sue has been at Oxbow as the role of secretary to the principal and data secretary. She's only been at Oxbow here at Concord Community Schools. She started 96, 97, started part-time as a student monitor in the cafeteria, later became a para in second grade, and then receptionist. She's worked for 7 principals at Oxbow. We're gonna make sure that stays consistent for a while here. What extracurricular activities, clubs? Sue's been involved in a lot. She's been PTO president, PTO Oxbow Czar, games coordinator, and a parent of 2 from Oxbow, and chaperoned a lot of trips. A favorite memory or experience for Sue at Oxbow has been, and I heard this last year too, so this must have been great from our retirees from Oxbow, but Oxbow helped financially support the rebuilding of the Oxbow Tower. Everybody got to go and take that group picture, and so that was a favorite memory for Sue. Something she's learned in the role has impacted her deeply, just that it's not just the academics, it's the whole person that we're working with. And what advice or thoughts would you share with the next generation? Keep students our #1 priority. I heard that a lot throughout the retirees today. And then her plans upon retirement are just anything she wants to do. Camping, reading, gardening, purging her garage, shed, basement, as well as being with her 88-year-old mother as well. So let's give Sue Bach a round of applause. Nancy Bontrager, come on up. Let's give Nancy a round of applause. So, yeah, oh, that's right. I'm glad. So Nancy was an ESL para for us from 2006 2014. She was ESL teacher for us at Westside from 2015 to 2023. Taught multiple years of ESL summer school, WOW summer school, 21st century tutoring. I don't know why I'm a little nervous this morning. Please. I have to have Lisa or Kent come over and take over. So. 6th grade student council when Westside was K6 as well, and also Ann's Kids. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with Ann's Kids here, but what a great program, and the folks at Westside. I know that happens in all of our buildings, especially at Westside. They do a great job with that. The best part of being an ESL teacher is developing relationships with the students. They get to have them for multiple years. It's not 1 year in and out. They get to watch them grow and work with them all year. Most impactful part of being an ESL teacher is being an advocate for our ELL students and families. Nancy's advice: build the relationships first. Teaching students is much harder without a relationship. And retirement, she's not sure. She's just going to take it day by day. So let's congratulate Nancy. Vivian. I think of, and this is something that just from my time as a principal, but always think of the person at the front desk as the director of first impressions. And, I've had some folks at the front desk that didn't smile a lot and maybe weren't the greatest director of first impressions. Vivian is by far the best director of first impressions. So Vivian's been at the Ed Center for 21 years, working at our front desk. She has also worked at East Side and West Side. She was a paraprofessional at both of those. She was a paraprofessional at West Side, speech and hearing paraprofessional at East Side from 95 to 2002. You know, the next question is, what extracurricular activities? If you've been to an extracurricular activity here at Concord Community Schools, you know, you've probably seen Vivian. She has been extremely helpful, I know, to our athletic department, to our high school, working athletic events, whether it's taking tickets. I know she is willing to do whatever she needs to do to help out, and so we much appreciate that. Favorite experience? The beginning of the school year, the end of school year celebrations in the PAC. Also enjoyed standing outside. We did this yesterday. Standing outside of the building to wave goodbye to the kids on the buses the last day of each school year. What's something that you learned while in your role? Treat everyone that comes through our doors with respect and listen to their story. Vivian has definitely lived that. What advice or thoughts would you share with the next generation? The school system has always has had a huge community following. Do your best to show that you care for the kids of the community along with the staff and the Concord families. By caring for one another, the school system will stand strong and local families will want their kids to come here. Her plans upon retirement, spending more time with the grandkids, traveling with her husband and family, more biking, walking, and exercise classes. Let's give Vivian one more round of applause. Joanne Camarillo. Camarillo. Joanne has been Concord Westside ESL teacher. She's been here since 2010. She's done a lot of things. She was originally our ESL coordinator back in 1999, coming from Penn Harris Madison to do that. She also was an ESL teacher at Southside, moved to Westside in 2010 to be the ESL teacher there, continued to be the ESL coordinator until Renee took over those duties. A lot of extracurricular activities, student clubs that Joanne's been part of, Sharp Kids Clubs for Spanish and dance class at Southside. She's taught a few years of summer school as well. Started our K-12 ESL summer program, coordinated from 2005 to 2012, supervising many teachers who needed to do ESL. And then she's also taught Concord adult English classes, and I think that was one of your favorite things here. And then also has been involved with Ann's Kids at Westside. Favorite Concord memory experience was a celebration they had on the last day of each Concord adult English class, where they taught parents she taught parents for 9 years as well. But they would eat and talk together. They would take lots of pictures. Parents were so proud to receive their class certificates, and the kids were cheering for all of their parents. Something that she learned while in her role that impacted her deeply is that the students and families might not always know how or if they can ask for help, but when you reach out to see if they have questions and offer them assistance or resources, they're very grateful and amazing at reaching out to help others. Advice or thoughts for the next gen of Concord staff. Make connections with students and their families, both in school and within the community as much as possible. Let them know you care, that they can ask you questions. The impact of those relationships reaches further than you can imagine. Plans upon retirement. She still plans to help families in our community, spend more time with her dad and her family, travel a lot. She'll be heading to Vegas, I believe, soon, Grand Canyon with her son Logan. Then she also has trips planned to Cozumel, Mexico, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, and many others that are being planned. And she's also going to continue to teach adult English. Let's give her a round of applause. Barb Christoffel. Barb's been a speech pair at Concord since the fall of 1998. She says, I know, that's a very long time. When she began, she worked 2.5 days a week, split between West and East. And as our SLP caseloads got higher, she was offered more days and ended up working at all of the elementary schools in CIS. Some things she's found helpful in those areas in many of the buildings and with many different people. It pays to be flexible, schedules, people, regulations, everything seems to ever be changing, and that's not always a bad thing. Be a good listener. Sometimes people just need to talk things through and need someone to listen without having all the answers. Extend grace and kindness to others. We don't always know what the other person's story is, or what they've been through, what difficulties they might be facing, and then laugh every day. Laughter makes us feel better, and it's good medicine for the soul. In retirement, she looks forward to having more time to garden, read, connect with friends, help aging parents, and do some volunteer work and more. And they also have some home projects and some traveling as well, maybe on their motorcycle. Can't ever imagine being bored. There's always lots to do. Let's give her a round of applause. Diane Cup. Diane. There you go. Tyler, I believe I've learned this, that there is a video of Diane dancing while she cleans at night somewhere in the vault. I tried to get that for today's program, but couldn't find that. But Tyler, find that and let's save that for future. So Diane's retiring from our Building Services Department. She's currently working at the high school. She's been with Concord since 2010. Started at the high school for 2 part-time years, 1 full-time year, then went to West Junior High for 4 years, and then last 4 years has been back at the high school. She's been behind the scenes supporting many of our athletic events and just many events throughout the years, all of our custodians do. Favorite times are when they did summer cleaning. I'm learning that Diane liked to be with other people. She liked the fact that everybody came together in the summer. She got to work with the other buildings. She also looked forward to the training days and especially the lunch get-togethers during that time. She's learned many things from her time at Concord. Things that affected her most are the people she's met, gotten to know along the way. She says, tell the staff at Concord, the future staff, keep the faith. These children really do want to learn. I'm on the new adventure, she said. So what's next? She's moving to Tennessee. Yeah. She's going to work with her eldest son and daughter-in-law in their new business, meet new people, and hopefully be able to maintain the friendship she has here as well. So let's give Diane a round of applause. Marnie Kine could not be with us here today, but I do want to talk a little bit about Marnie. Marnie's been with us for 14.5 years. Prior to that, she had the same position part-time at the high school for almost 5. Marnie enjoyed PTO events, Oxbow Czar, and most recently, the Grandparent Winter Dance. Many of the people in the building have been like a supportive family to her, and she's grateful for them. She hopes the next generation of Concord staff can stay positive, learn everything they can to improve. That'll make their jobs easier. She says she has a lot of projects waiting for her in retirement, and then she's going to look for some part-time work. I know she's not here, but let's give Marnie a round. Melody Knudsen from CIS. So Melody has been a teacher of deaf and hard of hearing at CIS since 2010, but she has been a teacher in our deaf and hard of hearing program since 1988. Since 1988 to 2010, she was at Oxbow. She has been involved in a lot of events, specifically the science fair while she was at Oxbow, and she had an ASL club at CIS. Favorite memory, experience, This came up a lot too. A lot of people love the field trips. Enjoy time with students on different field trips, study trips, overnight trip to Indianapolis with fourth graders. That sounds scary. Where they visited the state capitol, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Concord Prairie, medieval times in Chicago, a lot of hands-on experiences. Something that she learned while in her role that impacted her deeply. She's had to fill a lot of language gaps for not only school-related things, but also just everyday things that they didn't know, didn't have names, that the kids didn't know names for. Truly been a passion to fill my students with language through ASL and connecting it to the printed English. It's brought her joy, and especially when she sees those light bulbs go off. Advice or thoughts she has for the next generation of Concord staff: teaching is becoming more challenging and dynamics have changed, but if you're hard in it and you have passion to teach, you will make a positive impact for our students. You might not see it immediately, but later a former student might share a positive experience he or she had with you. Remember, sometimes you're the only positive and constant adult interaction a child might have in their life, and hang in there because you are making a difference. Her plans upon retirement, she put in all caps, freedom. She wants to be able to spend more time with her family, also just be able to take off and go places whenever she wants and not be confined to the school calendar. And she hopes to be able to see more of the United States. Let's give Melody a round of applause. Should have Jeff up there. I don't think Jeff is here. He does not want to stand in front of you all. But Jeff Long's been with us for 36 years in our science department. Jeff, all 36 years at Concord High School. Jeff served as our JV varsity assistant basketball coach, also our varsity track coach during that time. Also served on, sponsored the outing club. Jeff, fun memories of teaching to friends, conversations before, after, and during school are some of his favorite memories. And in retirement, he plans to enjoy family and friends. Let's give Jeff a round of applause. I'm going to talk about Joni. I don't think she's going to come up here, but if you see Joni today, and she might be somewhere in this room, let's give her a round of applause. We won't do a Find Waldo and make you find her in the room today, but Joni's been a Concord Oxbow for 17 years. In fourth grade, she was at Concord West Side for 11 and a half years. All fourth grade except for 1 year at fifth. Her best memories, fourth grade overnight trips. Again, the overnight trips. To Indianapolis, Concord Prairie, State House tours were awesome learning experiences. Stopping by the Indy 500 track during the time trials. She loved the kids' reactions when they first saw and heard the Indy cars coming back around the track. Those life experiences, they'll always remember are priceless. She's been lucky to work with some awesome people. She's learned a lot of things from everybody she's worked with. Specifically, she learned how to be flexible and have fun at school from the likes of Joe Cox, Julie Phillips, and Kathy Murray, to name a few. During her years at Westside, and then Jill Hosteller's encouraged and pushed her these last few years to be the best and keep learning. She says her advice to future staff is keep fighting the good fight, and her plans for retirement are to spend more time with parents, family, and friends, travel, and enjoy Sunday nights. Let's give Joni a round of applause. Jerry Perry. Promised Jerry I'd be nice today as he came up, and so we are really excited that Jerry is here with us today. Couple things I've learned just over the short few years about Jerry is that he is one of the nicest people in the world. If you have not gotten a chance to know Jerry Perry, you're missing out. I would encourage you to do so. And I hear he likes to fish, and we'll take you fishing if you'd like to spend some time on his boat. All right? I learned something just this morning from him that I'd never heard of before. So, advice Jerry has for future staff is to sometimes just stop and listen to the kids. We're always telling them what to do, staying on top of them, and that sometimes it's good to just listen to them. Jerry told me this morning that sometimes he would arrive to Southside early just so he could sit in the back of the bus, and he would always sit in the bus at different places so that he could just talk to different students at Southside and just talk to them about how things are going. And very intentional about working with our students. Jerry's a bus driver for us for 13 years. In the future, Jerry, where's Mrs. Loopy? There we are. Jerry would like to substitute teach at Southside. He might also do some sub-driving for us as well. And we're excited to have him back working with our students. And then also in retirement, I know that Jerry plans to do a lot of fishing and spending time with his family as well. So let's give Jerry a round of applause. Mr. Schaefer, Craig, where you go? So Craig teaches math for us at the high school. He also has taught, I believe he's taught some at the junior high as well. One class at the junior high before they threw him out. If you taught junior high, sympathize with Craig. Interestingly enough, Craig kind of stepped back, but then has really been with us the whole time, and we're happy to be able to celebrate Craig this morning. So Craig's been our coach of girls track. He's coached girls basketball. He's coached football. I believe he's going to help us maybe next year with some coaching as well. So we haven't let go of him completely. Favorite memory, winning sectionals in girls track, girls basketball. Craig's advice to future staff is take it one day at a time. Also, don't wait until tomorrow to fix any mistakes. And then Craig's future plans are to get a job and coach football for us. So let's give Craig a round of applause. Next, I think Melissa is riding her horse somewhere today. She calls it cowgirl camping as well as I think where she might be today. But Melissa Walls, Melissa was with us in our print center as a print center coordinator for 11 and a half years. She supported our print needs for any Concord events. All of you who've had those needs know how wonderful Melissa has been with that. Favorite memories are the ones helping coworkers and getting that aha moment and showing them how to use programs and set up jobs for printing proficiency. She said, coming from corporate America, it's been very different to see how corporation is ran and how important it is that it all meshes together. She's enjoyed moments that make, she said, enjoy moments, this is advice for future staff, enjoy moments and make the best of them. Always be happy when you're not because it's contagious. She plans to be a full-time ranch hand on her little farm. She'll be showing her quarter horse, spending more time with her elderly mother, and going cowgirl camping. So let's give them a listen. Next we have Joel Victor. Joel could be with us today. Joel is a man of few words, but he did want to share advice. Was always be friendly. And if you ran into Joel throughout the school at different times, he definitely was always friendly. He also, no words can describe more than the memories I have, time spent with the others in the building, working here for 18 years. And then he is going to spend more time at his lake property. That sounds good. Let's give Joel a round of applause. Then we do, we have some people that retired earlier, whether it was last July or after that, and just want to, I think if any of them are here, if they could come up, we're going to give them their plaque. I think Shireen is here. Yep. Deb Beebe retired mid-year as a librarian at the intermediate school. Shireen from our education center. Carla was a custodian at Eastside, and Robin's in Chicago with her daughter, couldn't be here, but Robin was our receptionist at Move Up Academy. So let's give them a round of applause. Our 15-year service pin. Next, we'd like to celebrate them. We'll ask that they stand at your seat when your name is called. At the end of the program, please come down to the stage for a group photo. But with 15 years of service, Cindy Howard. Stand, there we go. Diana Matthewson, food service at the intermediate school. I don't think she can make it, but let's give her a round of applause. This next person, I think, came back to Concord schools just to get this pin. Seth Molnar. Travis Swanson. There he is. This person has a 40th birthday today, Birdie told me. Ashley Teal. I don't know if it was okay to share that you're 40 years old or not, but your husband told me to, so it's his fault. And next we have Carrie Waltz, third grade at Westside. All right, let's thank all of them one more time for 15 years of service. All right, last year we heard a lot of good feedback that, hey, Dan, you kept it pretty short. We really like that. We got things to do on the last day. We don't want to hear you talk. So I'm here. I've got a captive audience. I'm going to go for about 15 or 20. I'm kidding. I just want to say this in closing. Kent, Lisa, and I really enjoyed our frequent visits to the school this year, and hopefully we got into your classrooms. We were at the schools quite often, and in many of our classrooms throughout the district this year, and got a great sense of the hard work, the dedication, everything that you do for our kids, and we much appreciated that. We also really appreciated the staff meetings. A lot of us, three of us, were able to get into a lot of staff meetings throughout the year and able to participate in those. And I think one of the reasons that those were some of my favorite times this year is just, I think we're a solution-driven group of people. When I hear conversations in the staff meetings, we bring up to address, those things are typically brought up with a framework of how can we make it better and what can we do to make it better. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate that we're all on the same team with the same mission to do right by our kids. As I've said before, I think if we can focus on being the best at teaching and learning while not getting distracted by those distracting foxes, I think we can ensure we're going to maximize learning for our students next year. I'm looking forward to that. Don't know who all staying for kickball this afternoon, but with the heat, we're going to make sure, Eric Schumann, can we make sure the paramedics are nearby? Yeah, okay. Worried about that. And for our transportation department team that's in the audience, I've heard a ton of smack talking coming from the transportation department. And I really hope you bring your A game this morning as well. So With that, I would just like to thank you for a good, great school year. Service members, retirees, if you could please come up. Everybody else is dismissed. Thank you.